So at 8 p.m., we're going to start our next discussion. Take a look and see what our observations are. We're going to zoom in on the questionable area and start from Long Island and work our way back west. Now, most of Long Island is not really much of a surprise. We're seeing rain as the warm air pushes in and wins that fight. That's pretty much expected. Interesting to see parts of Islip reporting rain and snow at 35 degrees. 34 degrees also in central Long Island. And I'm getting a lot of reports on the north side of Long Island of snow continuing, snow sleep. But I think that's going to eventually change over to rain as well. Meanwhile, along the Connecticut coast, snow continues. So that looks like it's going on pretty good. Very interesting observation in New York City. Let me zoom in here. And you're seeing reports of this is light snow being reported in New York City. When you see minus SN, that means light snow. Meanwhile, in Newark, we're seeing also light snow being reported. Again, these are official National Weather Service obs, not just observations from, let's say, like the internet or anything of that nature, social media. Light snow also down towards the east end of Manhattan as well, the south end of Manhattan. Teterboro's reporting snow. Newark is at rain at 37. So again, you're seeing the influence of the mid-level. Now, I think that a lot of the snow in Manhattan obviously isn't accumulating on the roadways because this is Manhattan. You got the subways going on. That 35-degree temperature is going to just lead to wet pavement for the most part. But Central Park probably is picking up a nice little coating as we move forward. Then, as you head towards north central New Jersey, again, you're seeing reports of rain and then areas of snow just to the north. And again, this is where we had our 6 inch plus area up in this area. And then you got your 3 to 6, 1 to 3, and trace kind of packed in here, depending on how this evolution plays out. So there's no surprise here that we're seeing this mix of rain and snow showing up here around that area. As you move further to the west, you see that rain, and then down towards Trenton, we get reports of snow. So what I'm trying to show here is that we're getting a lot of different reports. It's not anything uniform where you just get rain and that's it, changeovers is done. You're seeing a lot of this mix going on, setting up along that I-95 corridor. And then as we zoom out, let me zoom out for a minute here and take a look at locations north of Philadelphia, the Philadelphia suburbs here. We're seeing a lot of rain reports and then snow taking shape. So Reading over to rain, Lancaster over to rain. This is expected. This will change over back to snow. Why? Notice the winds are now coming from the north, 34, 32 degrees. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment with the mid levels. Again, you're seeing rain here northeasterly wind, 34-degree temperature here. Then as you move further north, just heavy snow showing up here, northern New Jersey, around Allentown, and you're seeing light to moderate snow as well. Snow accumulation going on pretty good around there. Hazleton, again, around light to, this is actually plus snow, heavy snow showing up here. So you're seeing the evolution of these observations. And again, as expected, that gradient here is just producing all sorts of different observations. And, honestly, when we take a look at the reports of social media, some locations have pretty good snowfall. Other locations barely have any with rain. And that's all within that same geographical area of a clash. So when we take a look at the radar here, you can see. Let's refresh this real fast. That means new data just came in. So let's take a look what this looks like. And again, the north side of that Long Island signal here is suggesting snow. I would not be surprised if this mixes over to rain pretty quickly. Again, you get this back and forth signal showing up here right around that I-95 corridor. Rain, again, watch out for these heavy areas of precipitation mixing back over to snow at times, but not steady. Okay, not yet. Meanwhile, you got rain continuing down here in southern New Jersey. Some very impressive lifting, maybe some bright banding here because of 9 to 25 millibar temperatures. And then back here is our snow. And look, notice we're not seeing any push further west of that rain snow line. It's pretty much starting to stall out here and stall out moving further north. Meanwhile, we have our low pressure system here starting to take shape. So what's going on at the mid levels? Well, this is at 9 to 25 millibars, and you can see our 9 to 25 millibar low starting to form and the cold air coming in on the back side of it. There's your northerly winds in Virginia coming in the back end. as the low pressure system develops. And again, there's our freezing line. There's some of that frontogenesis that we were talking about taking shape. We take a look at 850 millibars, pull that up. And again, we haven't seen our 850 millibar low form yet, but we're getting a lot of indications that you get that bagginess starting to take shape. Again, this isn't really supposed to take shape until around midnight, as expected. There is our rain snow line at 850 millibars, and there's why you're seeing rain in southeastern Pennsylvania. So pretty much everything has evolved so far as expected. The question comes in towards later tonight, towards midnight, and as this lifting here starts to pivot, we'll start to see what actually pans out with this rain snow line. Does it crash to the coast? Or does it remain elevated and no one else sees anything as the storm starts to pull out and that comma head, the back end of that precipitation, which can be very heavy, moves through? So what does that look like on the HRR right now? Well, there's our rain snow line pushing northward. Again, looks like it's putting up a bit more of a fight than just giving way and just changing right over to rain. Then you could see we get a little bit of a break. And then there is our back end of the storm coming through tomorrow morning into early tomorrow afternoon, and some very, very heavy snow here over northern New Jersey, New York City, continuing into Connecticut, continuing into northeastern Pennsylvania. Could clip portions of southeastern Pennsylvania as it comes through, but I'm not expecting a lot out of that. So the forecast down there could be in a little bit of trouble. We'll see how that plans out. And then central New Jersey, like around Monmouth County, you could actually get a little bit of snow out of this as well. While temperatures are basically not going to be moving all that much. So very interesting setup here starting to take shape on the HRR guidance. We'll see how that plays out as we go on through the next couple of hours. So again, zoomed out, mixed bag over here. We already have Trenton being recorded at 1 inch. So as you know, the forecast was 1 to 3 inches rain to snow as we go towards. So we already got that 1 inch in Trenton. So Trenton has verified. We'll see what happens in Philadelphia, about a trace of snow around there. Again, that 1 inch, that's what we're looking for here. Maybe 3 inches around Lancaster, New York. We'll see whether that pans out. Quite kind of questionable right now. Then you get this very tight sliver back here. And then again, New York City, maybe that back end, we'll keep an eye on that. And then further north, Reading might be questionable to get that 6 inches. We'll see how it plays out. Allentown looks pretty good. Wilkes-Barre looks pretty good. Northern New Jersey looks pretty good. Hudson River Valley looks pretty good. Connecticut looks pretty good. So questionable areas here. Questionable areas here, as expected. As I said, my confidence was low in there, but we already got Trenton verifying at 1 inch, according to the National Weather Service. So that always is good news in that respect. And we'll see what happens over central Long Island, whether we get that 1 inch. And a lot of that, I think, plays out based on what happens here as it swings on through. So that's your 8 p.m. updates as of right now. We'll see how it plays out, and I'll see you again at 10 o'clock.